I only like the best and the most popular consoles with the most awesome games.
What? What the f-
Those who know me, you guys probably already know that I absolutely love Sony's PlayStation Vita. Rocking a beautiful OLED display, 2 analog sticks, and near console-like graphics, you'd think it would have been unbeatable. Except why on earth did it have a back touchpad? Who thought this was good? The only thing the back touchpad ever did for me was make my fat juicy fingers get in the way of gameplay. However, initially it did make quite the splash. Being able to run certain PS3 titles portably, being able to play PS4 games on the go with a strong internet connection, or even enabling you to continue classics that you started on the PS3 via PS1 remote play. In the starting years, you had fantastic titles like Uncharted Golden Abyss, Persona 4 Golden, Gravity Rush, Tearaway, and Little Big Planet Vita all being exclusive. As well as a ton of third-party support, it seemed like Sony had full confidence in the console, and so did fans and third-party devs. We then saw 2 more iterations of the PlayStation Vita, the first with a price drop making it more accessible, giving it a less impressive screen but much better battery life, and last was the PlayStation Vita TV, a pretty cool idea but not exactly executed the best. You see, a lot of the first-party games required the touchpad, or the camera, or the gyro, and not every game was updated or patched to run on the PlayStation TV. This left out a lot of system sellers of very popular titles like Uncharted, Assassin's Creed Liberations, Little Big Planet Vita, Tearaway, and Gravity Rush, making it a less than ideal replacement for the Vita. And the Vita TV just didn't sell well either, with most becoming clearance soon after the holiday season. And it was clear this time around, Sony had not seen the sales that they wanted for the console, or any of its iterations. We then saw everything. Less news, less game announcements, and no new peripherals or hardware. Until there was nothing. In the West, that is. PlayStation Vita was kind of a little moneymaker in Japan. However, fans worldwide of the console loved it and continued to play and buy games that they could. While Sony had placed the little console on the back burner, the console was still full of life. Companies like Limited Run, Fangamer, and Play Asia continued to push out more physical releases, and many indie devs continued to release and push games onto the platform as well because of the warm reception from PlayStation Vita gamers. As fans of the console, were hardcore devoted and would buy anything they could get their hands on because they loved the little piece of tech. Fast forward to this year, and Sony for some reason announces that they're shutting down the PS3, PSP, and PS Vita store respectively. I think this came especially hard to PlayStation Vita fans as the console only came out in 2011. This also caused mass panic among the game collecting and PS3 and PS Vita communities. Many people had forgotten account info and experienced glitches with games that they bought years prior. Understandably, they were scared that they may lose access to many games, patches, and DLCs for games that they may have wanted to play in the future. The Vita community was especially upset as there were devs still working on games at the time, and were scared that they weren't going to release deadlines, so they just canceled their games entirely. The worst part was that Sony never even told the devs that they were shutting down the store. However, hope was not lost, and thankfully, although Sony initially turned its back on the console for a while, they decided it was in theirs, the devs, and fans' best interest to keep the PS3 and PS Vita store alive. And while sadly we would lose the PSP store, you could still get the PSP titles via the PS3 store. While it wasn't as successful as its predecessor, the PSP, couldn't keep up with the 3DS, and having the Switch be, well, the final nail in the coffin for Sony, I and many other Vita fans and devs loved the console. While I may not play it as much as I once did, I can firmly say that I got a lot of enjoyment out of the PlayStation Vita. Could I recommend a PlayStation Vita now to people in 2021? Truthfully, probably not. But for those looking for a unique and fun portable gaming experience with some very unique games, absolutely. Especially since the store is still up, you can now get those games digitally, which is far cheaper than physically at this point. This also makes all of the patches and DLC a lot more accessible, so if you're interested in the PlayStation Vita, go ahead and pick one up. Pick up some gift cards for the PlayStation Store and have yourself a fun time. I hope you guys get that game that you're looking for. I hope your weekend is smooth. And if you liked the video, feel free to subscribe, comment your feedback, like and share it with a friend, and remember, stay funky, stay fresh. Also, special thanks to my co-host here, Mr. Beanbag Chair.
Hello.